The TikTok drama of a straight guy entering a lesbian bar. Viewer discretion advised. We will be discussing harassment, homophobia, as well as violence. So let's get into it. I recently came upon some interesting gossip and drama while scrolling through TikTok. Said drama occurred in New York City at a lesbian bar called the Cubbyhole. For those of you who don't know, the Cubbyhole is one of the very few last remaining lesbian bars in New York City. While doing my research, I unfortunately discovered that there are only 3 prominent lesbian bars in New York City, which is kind of unfortunate for lesbians and queer women. But anyway, let's get back to the main drama at hand. The main drama occurred when this woman was invited to a lesbian bar. This is the woman in question who is at the center of this drama. This woman, who shall remain nameless because I don't want people attacking or bullying her, she was invited to the lesbian bar by her queer friends. But this is not where the real drama lies. The real drama lies where when she posted on her TikTok page about her experience at this lesbian bar. She says that she brought her straight male friend with her and the group, and how during the night she and her straight male friend were harassed by a woman. The woman said to her straight male friend that he shouldn't be here, this is a lesbian bar, and this woman felt attacked, and she asked the question to her TikTok page, hey, are straight males not allowed in lesbian bars? And that's when the real drama started. Notably, a lot of queer women were pissed about this contact. No, you don't bring your straight male friend to a lesbian bar. That's just something you don't do. Lesbian bars are for lesbians and queer women, for them to, escape and, meet other queer women. And it seems that this woman, when she made her TikTok talking about the harassment she received at this lesbian bar, wasn't exactly true. This is the woman that the straight woman claimed was harassing her and her straight male friend at the bar, although that would turn out not to be true at the end. The woman I just showed you revealed some very interesting information. Not only was she not harassing the 2 straight people at the lesbian bar, but they were the ones in fact harassing other people and her. The story goes, the woman claims that the straight male friend was hitting on several lesbians and queer women, and many women expressed their discomfort and him being there was not very comfortable. So this woman confronted him and saying, hey, are you with anyone? And he said yes. He pointed to his queer friends, and she went about her business. But then he and the straight woman that I showed previously would later combat her and questioning her, saying would that not be okay and stuff like that, and later cause problems. So it seems that this woman, not on TikTok, the straight woman, not only lied about her experience, but she was also the one doing the harassing along with her straight male friend. And she had the gall to go on TikTok and claim how she was just an innocent person and these mean lesbians were making fun of her. I think it's really telling how she goes on TikTok to defend her and her straight male friend and justify her actions and stuff like that for them being here, even though they were the ones causing problems, and how she tries to paint herself as the victim when clearly she was doing harm too, standing up for her straight male friend, even though he was doing a lot of harassment and making a lot of queer women feel uncomfortable. Then she goes on and talks about how oh, I've been invited to gay male bars and stuff like that, so it must be okay. And it's that is not an excuse for you to and your straight male friend to go to a lesbian bar, one of the 3 only lesbian bars in New York City, and cause trouble. And these lesbian bars are so small that they took up space for other lesbian women to enjoy the night out, which really pisses me off. And it really shows the point of queer and LGBTQ people having their own safe spaces, and why that's so important. I think all in all, this situation shows really how a lot of certain straight people feel entitled to queer spaces, as well as how allyship can only be a certain level until the ally needs to call out for their own shitty behavior. Why which is why LGBTQ people really need safe spaces because of situations like this. We need safe spaces away from like, straight people and like harassment and stuff like that. Because even the most well-meaning person can often like cause like trouble and like, a lot of harm to like queer spaces. I too have been in like situations like this. It wasn't a gay bar or anything. I'm way too young to go to bars, but it was like straight people entering to like queer spaces and like acting really entitled. It happened when I was hosting a LGBTQ Pride Club event, and these straight people came in, and it's like they were acting chill, but then all of a sudden they were acting really rude and like disrespectful and stuff like that, and like when we called them out, they would be like, all like and like stuff like that, like, acting like we offended them even though they were the ones doing the bad things. And like I don't want you guys to think that like I'm shitting on allies. I think allyship is really important like when it's done right, but I just like it really pisses me off that like when these certain like allies are only like surface level, and like when it's time to call out their bad behavior and stuff like that, they aren't willing to like, accept accountability or like move to change their own actions. And it's like, really like, they really need to do some self-reflection. Anyway, uh, one final point I want to make before like we end this video is like the woman like talked about how like she has like gone the like woman the straight woman who was like causing problems. She talked about how like she has gone to multiple like gay male bars and stuff like that, and like it's always been fine. And like controversial opinion, like feel free to like disagree with me, but like I don't think straight women should like be like, as easily accepted into gay male bars, like, as they are and stuff like that. Because like I've heard a lot of like horror stories from like relatives and like family members of like straight women, acting like abhorrent and like harassing and like, acting really entitled towards gay men, and like this situation with the woman at the lesbian bar. Anyway, that's my food for thought. What did you guys think about this situation? What are your thoughts, opinions? Feel free to comment down below and make sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye.